Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Model 3 and the rumored refresh that might be coming, so if you're interested, stay tuned. So as you may or may not have heard, the Model 3 is getting some new parts coming up. I don't know if I'd call it a refresh, but it's definitely going to be an upgrade from the current Model 3 that's almost 3 years old now. And this is because Tesla doesn't do the traditional every 5-ish years change the car, totally redesign it, which is called generations in the car world. Elon likes to change things on the fly when he sees fit and the factory can accommodate. So here are some of the parts that we've actually seen on cars that are coming out of the factories and that are rumored for the 2021 Model 3. And it would have been really nice if my car could have gotten some of these, but now I have a old tech car. The one that's been talked about the most, and I think been rumored the longest, is the heat pump. So as you know, the Model Y comes stock with the heat pump, but there's been a lot of talk of Elon actually putting the heat pump in the Model 3 as well. Now the reason for this is because the heat pump is way more efficient than the standard heating element on the Model 3 right now, and it's made a lot better for winter, and you get way better efficiency with the heat pump. Now along with the heat pump, there is a slight compromise, and that's a smaller frunk. So we've actually seen pictures already come out with the newer frunk that's actually smaller. So if you see in this old picture here, the mat fits perfectly in the frunk, and then if you go over to the newer picture with the newer frunk, the mat is kind of squished up, as you can see in the picture, and so that extra space is believed to be made for the heat pump. Next is the center console. So as you know, the stock Model 3 comes with that ugly piano shine center console. So Elon, being an awesome guy, he's listened to customers, and many people, including myself, don't like that. So he's actually changed the center console to this new one, and it's kind of a brushed metal sort of look. And lucky for me, I already have a wrap that's kind of the same color, so I guess it's kind of the same thing, but kind of not really. But that's going to be a new feature on the 2021 Model 3. I do like the accent on the front of the center piece, and I think it just gives the center console a little bit more style and just makes it look cool. Another change with the center console is the front portion, I believe, is going to be gone, meaning that the underspace there is not going to be there, so there's not going to be any USB ports that you can plug into in that bottom space. So what Tesla's done is they've actually moved the USB, or what they're going to do is they're going to move the USB ports into the glove box. On top of that, with the recent update of 2020.40 and above, the software now has a glove box pin, and so basically you can lock the glove box, which is a great feature because that way you can actually protect your flash drive if you have that in there, or if you have another bigger USB drive like a solid state or something, you can protect that inside the glove box. Rather, with my Model 3 and older Model 3s, if someone breaks in, they can just take whatever they want from that, from that middle portion because it's totally unprotected. Finally, the auto trunk. So the 2021 Model 3 is going to get the auto trunk, and finally this feature is coming. So like the Model Y that already has the auto trunk, the Model 3 will be getting it soon, which makes a lot of sense because this is kind of a luxury car, $50,000 per unit, I feel like is a luxury car. So a feature like this should be in the car. So it's finally going to get it. And then, you can have your stock auto trunk, which is awesome. So a very convenient feature for sure. So if you have an older Model 3 like mine, you can get an aftermarket auto trunk. So I'll put a card, link in the cards up here to that video, to my auto trunk that I have. But I would rather have a stock auto trunk because that way you don't have to deal with the, messing around with canvas and things like that. And if something goes wrong with it, you can just take it to the service center and they can fix it. Whereas right now for me, since I have this aftermarket trunk, if something goes wrong, it's going to be kind of hard for me to fix it because I have to contact the company, and there's, it's only one or two people that can help me. Rather, if you're at a service center, there's multiple service centers in your area, hopefully, around here in the Bay Area. And there's going to be multiple people that can help you as well. So it's just nicer to have it stock rather than aftermarket. Another feature like the Model Y, the Model 3 will now be getting the Chrome Delete. So again, Elon, I think, listened to customers and, a lot of people don't like the chrome delete. So this picture is actually taken at the Fremont factory, but this particular car was going to Japan. So I'm sure that, in the future coming up, the chrome deletes will also make their way to stateside cars as well. Man, all these parts that I already bought for the car that are coming stock to the car in 2021. So I already have a chrome delete on my car. If you are interested in that video, I'll put another link in the cards up here. But yeah, for now, for older cars, you can obviously do a chrome delete. You just gotta buy an aftermarket one, which I think is fine too. But again, it's always nicer to have things stock. That way, if something gets broken, like, maybe the chrome delete piece peels off or something, hopefully it's under warranty and you can get it fixed for free at the service center. Whereas if mine breaks, I'm gonna have to buy another one. So always nice to have stock parts. If you choose to upgrade your wheels to the 19-inch sport rims, they made a small update on that. And the newer one I think looks a little more sleeker, but to be honest, for me, I wouldn't be able to tell. I think it's the middle portion doesn't really have that bend, and that's really the only difference I can tell. So if I were on the street, I would not know the difference. I couldn't tell at all. So if you can tell the difference on the street, more power to you, and you are definitely a detail-oriented person. And the last one is the upholstery and the glass. So we'll start with the upholstery. There's a rumor that it's supposed to be a little bit darker, probably the same material, but the, color will be a little bit darker. I'm okay with either the gray that it is now or a little bit darker. They're both neutral colors, so to me it doesn't really matter, but if they want to make that change, then go for it. And the last one I just alluded to is the glass. So they're going to be putting double pane glass into the car to make the car quieter. So if you're not familiar with the Model 3, it's kind of a loud car, to be honest. It's not really the most quiet car from the inside. I actually have door seals, so I'll put a link to that in the cards as well if you want to see that tutorial and review to try and help quiet the car. But hopefully the double pane glass will help with that because the car is kind of noisy. So hopefully they put that double pane glass in because I would really like to see that because this car is definitely noisier than some of the other cars I've owned in the past. So that's all the new parts that are coming or rumored to be coming to the 2021 Model 3. Which part do you like the most and why? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.